Sergeant Preston of the Northwest Mounted Police with Yukon King, swiftest and strongest lead dog breaking the trail in the relentless pursuit of lawbreakers in the wild days of the Yukon. Back to the days of the gold rush as Sergeant Preston with his wonder dog Yukon King meets the challenge of the Yukon. This is the Yukon, the territory patrolled by Sergeant Preston. A land of promise that lured men in search of gold and thieves to prey on those who found it. The Dawson Range, a mountain wilderness south of the river town called Selkirk.
Just sorry you ain't Sergeant Preston.
Whitehorse, located nearly 200 miles southeast of Selkirk.
Ho! Come here, King. Look at that. Good work, boy. Now that we get home, we can relax and rest. Hell, what have we got here, huh? What have we got here? You stay there. What a guy, what a guy. Say, for your size, you're sure full of fight. Yes, you are. Let me see you. Oh, what a big feller. You're going to be a lead dog, aren't you, huh? Is that what you're going to be, a lead dog? Well, go ahead and play. I've got to go.
King, you stay here and keep the team quiet, will you? While I go in and check in with the inspector.
Got him.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, fellas. Stay here.
Come in.
Sergeant Preston reporting, sir.
Sergeant Preston, I'm glad it's you. Sit down.
Well, my patrol is completed.
Well, your report will have to wait. Read that telegraph message from Selkirk. The most dangerous killer in the Yukon Territory is at liberty again.
Bart Larson.
I know what you're thinking, Preston. You're wondering why a closer guard wasn't kept over him after you risked your life to capture him and take him to Selkirk jail.
That's not what I'm wondering, sir. Larson didn't escape without violence. I'm wondering who got hurt and how badly.
Well, one of the guards was injured, but not seriously. Larson pretended to be desperately ill. The guard entered the cell to help him. Larson knocked him out and escaped, taking with him a gun and ammunition from the anteroom.
Any other casualties, sir?
Constable Collins.
Rip Collins? What happened to him?
He went after the killer, tracked him south in the snow. Larson dropped him with a rifle shot. Collins might have survived, but...
But what, sir?
The footprints show that Larson came up beside him and fired again, evidently using the constable's own gun. I'm sorry, Preston. I know he was a friend of yours.
Rip Collins was one of my best friends.
It happened 2 days ago. The Selkirk office has kept me informed as to new developments. A trapper reports that a man answering Larson's description held him up in the woods and stole his money. Yesterday morning, Larson held up the store at Minto. He stole some food, a gun belt, and some ammunition.
Minto's this side of Selkirk. That means that Larson's headed in this direction.
That's right.
Sir, I'd like permission to go after him.
The assignment is yours, Preston. But remember, Larson has a fanatical hatred for lawmen, you in particular. I'm told that he behaved like a madman when you brought him in. Swore to escape and get even with you.
This isn't the first time I've been threatened, sir.
I don't care how you bring Larson in. Just don't take any chances.
I want him alive. This time he's going to hang. I'll go out and get my team ready.
In less than an hour, Preston was ready to start on the manhunt with his sled provisioned for a long trip.
You're going to help with the load, King. We're going to stay on the trail till we find our man. Stay here with the team and keep them quiet. Ready to leave, sir. Any further orders?
Yes, I ask you again to be extremely careful. The force can't afford to lose you.
We won't take any unnecessary risks. But as long as Larson is free, our job isn't done. I intend to find him and bring him back.
Very well. Goodbye and good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Accustomed as he was to the glare of the sun on snow, Preston nevertheless found continual need for snow goggles to protect him from the blinding brilliance of the Arctic day. 100 miles away, Bart Larson traveled toward Preston on the same trail. They were certain to meet unless one or the other should leave the trail.
On your husky.
You know, Sam, it's a hard thing to decide.
What's hard to decide?
If we should try to bust Big Bart Larson out of the Selkirk jail or go to the States without him.
Well, there's arguments both ways. If we try to bust him out and fail, we'll be right alongside of him behind bars.
Yeah. In no time at all, the law would tie us in as his partners on the past few stick-ups. If we did get him out of jail, then the three of us could go to the States just like we planned.
I'd sure like to have Big Bart with us in San Francisco.
Yeah, me too. Bart sure knows his way around in Frisco. With him, we could stick up a couple of banks and make a real quick cleanup.
Which is more than we've been able to do in this gosh awful country. It was a big mistake to come here.
Bart! Bart, you're out of jail. You're free.
Yes, Sam, I'm free. No thanks to you or to you, Jake. I could have rotted in that jail for all my partners did to get me out.
But Bart, we was working on it. That's right, Bart. Jake and I were just talking about how we could get you out of jail.
I didn't need any help.
I always said the jail's never been built that could hold Big Bart Larson. I bet you could bend iron bars with them big hands of yours.
I'm sure glad you're out, Bart. Now the three of us can go to the States just like we planned. We can start any time you say. Today, if you,
I'm not ready to leave the Yukon yet.
Not ready?
That's what I said. I'm not leaving until I get square with a Mountie named Preston.
Sergeant Preston?
Sergeant Preston. He's the one that caught me and put me in that Selkirk jail. He meant for me to be tried for murder. He wanted me to hang. But I'll make him sorry he ever caught me. I'll work him over good before I finish him. And won't rest until I get him.
Barton, I don't blame you for being sore at Preston, but let's be sensible about it. The smart thing to do is get out of the Yukon as soon as possible.
I intend to. After I get Preston.
Bart, I don't know when or how you broke out of jail, but by now the word's got out on the telegraph.
I got out 3 days ago.
3 days ago?
That's right. First night I hid out in the mountains. Since then I've been making my way here.
It's a wonder you weren't caught. You've been mighty lucky.
You just about used up all your luck.
Listen, Bart, You can't take any more chances. It's too dangerous to go around looking for Preston. Someone is sure to see you.
And tell a lawman.
That's right. A lot of reward notices were posted before you were captured. And plenty of them are still up.
And they all say the same thing. You're wanted dead or alive.
Yeah. Anyone might take a shot at you.
That's enough. I know all about the posters.
Fact is, the reward's probably been boosted since I busted out. I knocked off a constable.
You shot a Mountie?
That's right. I shot a Mountie. And now I want Preston.
Bart, if you think...
Shut up and listen for a change. I'm not going out and look for him and risk getting caught. Oh, no. I'm staying right here until you two bring him to me.
Now, hold on.
Not me.
I said listen. Preston doesn't know either one of you, so it ought to be easy for you to take him. You bring him here, and after I deal with him, we'll go to the States like we planned. Otherwise, I'll have to go looking for him. And if I'm caught, I'll tell enough to jail you both for a long, long time.
Bart, you know Sam and I know nothing about this country in the winter. We could get lost or...
All you've got to do is stay on the trail alongside the river. Preston set out for Whitehorse after he jailed me. When he got there, he must have found out about my escape. That means he'll be coming back to look for me. You're sure to meet him on the trail. Any arguments? You can wait until morning before you set out. That way you won't have to travel so far to meet him.
By daylight of the following morning, Sergeant Preston had been on the trail for several hours, with each mile bringing him nearer to the area where he hoped to find a trace of the outlaw who had killed his friend.
King, I want you to run free ahead of the sled, well ahead of the sled. Larson may have traveled this far from Selkirk. You on the lookout, I won't have to worry about being shot from ambush. Go ahead.
Fight! This must be the old tree that Bart Larson spoke of.
Yeah. Now we're past all the places where Preston might turn off on a side trail. If he's heading for Selkirk, he'll come by here.
3 hours of hiking through this snow is too much to suit me. When I travel, I want a horse.
Yeah, same here.
If I'd have known about these Yukon winters, I'd have never come.
We'll both feel better with fire and some food.
I just hope Preston gets here soon.
If he knew what he was in for, he wouldn't come at all. Come on, let's gather some firewood. There's plenty of firewood under the snow.
Think we got enough?
Oh, I guess so. Let's light it.
Jake, according to what Bart Larson told us, that must be Yukon King.
Yeah, it's Sergeant Preston. Get ready, Sam. And remember how Bart told us to handle that Mountie.
Ho, ho!
Hello, my name is Preston, Sergeant Preston.
Well, glad to make your acquaintance, Sergeant. I'm Jake Lucas, and this is my partner, Sam Jackson.
How do you do? Did you men come from Selkirk?
Yeah, that's right.
I'd like to ask you a few questions if you don't mind.
I don't mind. That dog of yours, Sergeant.
King? You don't have to worry about him. He's all right.
I don't mind admitting I'm afraid of dogs.
Well, maybe that's why he's growling at you. You know, dogs generally know when a person's afraid of them and they don't like it. But you don't have to worry about him because he won't attack unless I tell him to.
Yeah, maybe you're right. But I'd feel more like talking if you tie him up.
All right. Come on, King. Right over. Sorry, fella. I have to do this before I can question these men. You know, everybody doesn't understand dogs like we do. Now, you sit down there and have a good rest. Well, there you are. Now, I'm looking for a killer by the name of Bart Larson. He escaped from the Selkirk jail. Thought you two may have seen him.
What's he look like?
Oh, he's a big fella, about 6 feet tall, maybe a little more.
You sure you tied that dog?
Oh, yeah, he's all right.
It's a gun, Preston. Heist your hands.
Get on your feet. Now get over there. Get down on your knees with your hands behind your back. Move!
Don't shoot, Sergeant. We give up.
You get over there on your knees.
Sergeant, if you just let me talk to you.
You'll get a chance to talk. Just a minute, King. All right, get on your feet. Move. Apparently you men had a good reason for attacking me.
Look at it this way, Sergeant. We were doing you a favor. You said you wanted to find Bart Larson. Well, we were going to take you to him.
Oh, so that was it. Larson sent you out to look for me, eh?
We were supposed to take you right to Bart Larson.
And unarmed, is that it?
Unarmed, handcuffed, and at gunpoint.
That's how Bart Larson wanted it.
I'm sure neither of you men are wanted by the law for any serious crime, or I'd have a record of it. But let me tell you something. I don't know whether you realized it or not, but for helping a wanted killer, you too can go to the gallows.
During the long wait for his partners to return, Bart Larson had tempered his impatience by cleaning the stolen gun and sharpening his knife, while his warped brain envisioned picture after picture of Sergeant Preston groveling in pain and pleading for mercy.
Just stay right where you are. Don't get in any trouble. Hey, King. There. That ought to hold you. King will see that we get to where we're going. And remember, I have a rifle. And I warn you, not to make any move that'll warn Larson. Do you understand? All right, King. Fight!
What I've been waiting for. Good work, boys. Well, Sergeant Preston, we meet again, huh?
That's right, Larson.
Bring him inside. Make him wish he never met me.
Here where you are, Larson. Don't move. I've been ordered to shoot at the slightest hint of resistance. They don't care whether you're dead or alive, but I want to see you hang. Unbuckle that gun belt and let it drop. Come on.
Don't need this. I'll finish you with my bare hands.
Want to take a chance that this thing will misfire again, Larson?
No, I've had enough.
Sit up. Sit up. Tie your ankles together. Tighter. I'll tie another knot in it. Now get your hands behind your back.
General Preston, I'll still find a way to get you.
You're through, Larson. This time you'll pay.
Ouch. Ow! You know, the bigger you get, the rougher you are. Yes, ouch.
You better be careful, King. It'll be long before they'll be as big as you are.
Sergeant Preston. Oh, now that you're rested, I thought I'd find you here.
I was just coming in to see you, Inspector. Wanted to give you Rip Collins' gun.
Would you like to keep it, Sergeant?
No, I think the force should have it. I think Rip would like it that way.
I just got news from Selkirk. Larson's pals have confessed to a number of robberies. They'll spend a long time in prison. Larson, of course, will hang despite his lucky break.
Lucky break, sir?
What else can you call it when your gun misfired at such a crucial moment?
Well, I think I'd call it the hand of fate.
You think fate was against you?
Against me, sir? No, I think fate decided that a bullet was too quick and easy an end for a man that deserved the gallows. I think we can thank fate for the way this case is closed.